Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachariya Yamunatira Vanachariya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Gaur Premanande Jaya Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parirajakare Shlotra Shakra Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charnavinde Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parirajakare Shlotra Shakra Srimad Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Antakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Thai Gaur Premanande All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Shaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirahe Nashtaprayeshva Bhadresho Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Bhaktir Bhavati Nishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Canto 10, Chapter 85, Text 29. Sri Devaki Uvacha Rama Rama Paramirthatam Krishna Yogeshwareshwara Vedaham Vam Vishaya Sarjam Ishvaro Idi Adipurusho Sri Devaki Uvacha Rama Rame Paramirthyartham Krishna Yogeshwareshwara Vedaham Vam Vishvasajam Ishvaro Adipurusho Sri Devaki Uvacha Rama Rama Paramirthyartham Krishna Yogeshwareshwara Vedaham Vam Vishvasraja Ishvaro Adipurusho. Please chant. Sri Devaki Uvacha Rama Rama Paramiyartham Krishna Yogeshwareshwara Vedavaham Vam Vishvasrijam Ishvaro Adipurusho. Sri Devaki Uvacha Rama Rama Paramiyartham Krishna Yogeshwareshwara Vedam Vishvasrijam Ishvaro Adipurusho. Okay, thank you. Word to word meaning. Sri Devaki Uvacha. Sri Devaki said, Rama Rama, O Rama Rama, Aparimi Atman, O immeasurable super soul. Krishna, O Krishna, Yogeshwara, of the master of all monastic yoga. Ishwaram, O master. Veda, no. Aham, I. Vam, you both. Vishwa, of the universe. Srijam, of the creators. Ishvaro, the lords. Adi, original. Purusho, the two personalities of Godhead. Translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Sri Devaki said, O Rama, Rama, immeasurable super soul, O Krishna, Lord of all, Master of Yoga, I know that you are the ultimate rulers of all universe creators, and perennial personalities of Godhead. Text 30. Taking birth from me, you have now descended to this world in order to kill those kings whose good qualities have been destroyed by the present age, and who thus defy the authority of revealed scriptures and burden the earth. Text 31. O soul of all that be, the creation, maintenance, and destruction of the universe are all carried out by the fraction of an expansion of your expansion. Today I have come to take your shelter of you, the Supreme Lord. Purport. Srila Sridhar Swami explains this verse as follows. The Lord of Vaikuntha Narayana is but one expansion of Sri Krishna Mahavishnu, the creator. The first creator is Lord Narayana's expansion. The total material energy emanates from Mahavishnu's glands, and of the total material energy, the three modes of nature are divided portions. Thus, it is Sri Krishna acting through the expansion who generates, sustains, and dissolves the universe. Text 32 and 33. It is said that when your spiritual master ordered you to retrieve his long dead son, you brought him back from the forefathers' abode as a token of remuneration for your Guru's mercy. Please fulfill my desire in the same way, O Supreme Master of all Yoga Masters. Please bring back my sons who were killed by the king of Bhoja, so that I may see them once again. So, Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjanam Shalakaya Chakshurulmitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayamrupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pasate Deshatarini Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today's verse we'll be covering from 29 to 33. So today's verse is the present 29 which is written on the board. So we try to discuss some points because it doesn't have purport. Here Devaki asked his sons, transcendental sons Krishna and Balram. Before asking something, she offers prayers to them. So here Devaki is showing us, setting an example, how we should ask the Lord and in which manner, on the what is the procedure and how we should offer prayers. It is not that okay, I'm in need of something, oh Lord, give me this one. Of course, the Lord is all merciful. He can give you whatever you ask, provided you must be the deserved candidate. Then only He will give. If you are not deserved candidate, He won't give. Just like Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, all the people, they asked for no immortality, no death. but they don't deserve. Why? Because they are demons. Whereas Vibhishana, without asking, Lord Brahma gave him boon. You live forever. It is said that even now, today, present day, till day today, Vibhishana comes to the Jagannath Puri in the early morning without anybody's eyes. He comes through the ocean and he does worship to Lord Jagannath and he goes away. Nobody can identify, nobody can see him. So there are seven Chiranjivas in this world, in this planet, they are still living. One of them is Vibhishan. We know that Hanuman and one more Rishi's name is Markandeya Rishi, and another person is Dronacharya's son. What is his name? Ashwadhama and Vyasadev. Like that, there are seven people. They don't get death. So coming to this present thing, present verse. So Lord will give you the benediction provided you should be qualified. You should be deserved. So here Devaki is setting an example, mother of Lord Krishna and Balaram setting an example how to ask Lord in a prayerful and humble way. Here she addresses interestingly Lord Rama first. We see that Lord Rama means not Lord Ramachandra Murti, is Lord Balram. Because from Balram all the expansions, all the incarnations of Avtara comes. Why she addresses Balram first instead of Krishna? First to understand there are two reasons other acharyas gives. One is that he is the elder person and by his second reason is by his mercy we can access to Krishna, just like we cannot access Krishna directly without mercy of our guru, without we cannot surpass our guru and go directly worship Krishna. Like we see that altar on the altar, without spiritual taking the picture of spiritual master we cannot go and worship. We should have the spiritual master picture on the altar so that any offenses, any shortcomings, he will take care of it. Of course, ultimately, holy name chanting will take care of. That's why whenever you see whenever arti is going on, holy name is also going on. Because to nullify the that mistakes whatever we are doing, and also spiritual master is there to protect us. Because to do deity worship is not an ordinary thing or it's not a joke. To worship the God is not an directly you cannot worship it without mercy of spiritual master. So here Mother Devaki also addressing Lord Balram first. Then she addresses the Krishna. You are the ruler of the entire universe, creator. So she addresses like that. Since this doesn't have a purport, we just read from the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Jiva Goswami. So Jiva Goswami says the same thing. She addresses the Balaram first, repeated out of respect because he is an elder, and respect. Another reason he gives is he is the son of co-wife. Who is co-wife? Rohin. Okay, and his ultimate sins, unlimited sins. He is a nature beyond measure. He has a greater, more inconceivable power than Kumaras and other yogis. This is because both of them are lords of Brahma, the controller of the universe. Thus, they are original Purushas. So that's why we should know who we are addressing, whom we are talking, and whom we are dealing with. That's why Ishvara Adi Purusha. That's why in the Brahma Samhita, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. That's how we goes prayers. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So this is how we address the prayers. She is setting up the example how we should address. And in the same 29th verse, Srila Sanatana Goswami comments, I just read it out. O Balrama with unrestricted intelligence, O Krishna with the great inconceivable powers, you were capable of delivering your Guru's sons. Or she says this to make her prayers perfect. Balrama is addressed twice to indicate he was qualified as elder brother. You are the Lord of Brahma and others are Purushavataras since you are the original Lords. So she addresses in this way. Sanatana Goswami gives a deeper meaning. So if you understand deep, as you go deep in the verse, as you discuss deeply in this verse, deeper and deeper, so what will happen? The love of Godhead will awaken. Otherwise, if you discuss just superficially, then it will be there superficially in our consciousness. So as our acharyas gives different commentaries, we can discuss on that. Then the subject matter remains forever. Just by you just say, "Oh, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead." Just by addressing, okay, it is like it will become mechanical. Then, if you address through his energies, through his activities, through his creation, then that statement which we made, Supreme Personality of Godhead, it will stick in our consciousness. Okay, next we will go to the text 30. She is addressing that you both have taken birth in this world to kill those who to kill those kings who lost their good qualities or have been destroyed by the present age. And they don't follow the scriptures and they just become the burden of the earth. Just like she is addressing Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya kritashkatam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So every millennium after millennium, Lord descends in this world to what two things. One is protect the saintly person to destroy the kings who don't follow the scriptures guidelines. So we see this simple meaning on the text 30th, and we see the deeper meaning given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Jiva Goswami. So I just read out, you two appeared in my womb for destroying the kings whose sattva guna or good qualities have been destroyed by the influence of time. This is a short line given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Jiva Goswami is also short. The king have had all their sattva guna destroyed, therefore they have transgressed the scriptures. Thus they created the burden of the earth. Because of this, you two have appeared for me at the end of Dwapara Yuga. So we see that in the Bhagavad Gita, there is a chapter called the Modes of Material Nature. In that, we see that there's a verse, if you are in the passion, you remain in the earth planets. If you are in the mode of goodness, you go to the heavenly planet, upper planets. If you are in the ignorance, you go to the lower planets. So these the material nature is consists of three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. When the eternal living entity comes in contact with the material nature, O mighty Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by these modes. So that is what it is says. So you should be uncontaminated, so that We should remain above those. So that's why Krishna is saying, O sinless one, the mode of goodness is purer than others and is illuminating, and it frees us from one all sinful reactions. Those who situated in that mode becomes conditioned by sense of happiness and knowledge. So sometimes mode of goodness is prominent, mode of passion and ignorance becomes lower, and sometimes mode of ignorance become prominent and goodness and passion becomes lower, and sometimes mode of ignorance becomes prominent and passion and uh, goodness become lower. So these three keep changing, you know. Why? Because this is a nature, laws of nature. So one may ask how to get off this from modes. So Krishna is saying that we should practice devotional service. When you practice devotional service with knowledge, then you can easily overcome the modes of material nature. So that's why we see that where uh, where people are in the modes, they don't understand the real knowledge. And when one dies in the mode of goodness, he attains the pure higher planets. So that's why when Srila Prabhupada was leaving his body, he has so much disease and his kidneys failure and he is like he was not eating at all, and still he was translating Bhagavatam. So Srila Prabhupada was asked by Srila Prabhupada, what is happening, pure devotee, you are doing this. Then Srila Prabhupada told that I am setting an example how to live this material world. I am showing an example. And day before yesterday, we celebrated Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj's disappearance, right? So at the time of his disappearance, like leaving his body, he was having high fever, and the disciples brought him a doctor to see that what is happening with his spiritual master. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj told, you are just wasting your time. This is a separation from Krishna. I'm getting a fever, you know, and it is so intense. Sometimes, like we see in ecstasy, one of the symptom is getting high fever. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj is saying his disciples, don't waste your time. This is you think that this is ordinary fever? This is a transcendental fever, which I am getting separation from the Lord. So mm, you know, he's saying that this is when we leave the body. This is how we should live. So acharyas are showing, our great acharyas. They show how to live this material world, how to live in this material world, how to live in this material world, from this material world. So how to live their livelihood, they live everyday life, and how to live from this material world. So Acharya shows everything. So when you die in the mode of goodness, you achieve the higher planetary system. There's a verse also like yam yam vapi smaranam bhavam tajachanti kalevaram. So when you live in this body before without thinking Lord, then you will achieve the lower planetary system. So in this Bhagavad Gita, we see that the modes of material nature, which are given easily, how one can act. So that's why one should always perform devotional service, to transcend these modes of material nature. Otherwise, it is binding us. So sometimes we see that these modes are sometimes more prominent. They are more and more in the one day ignorance, and sometimes more passion. So we should engage everything in the service a lot. That's why it is said Udvam Uddham in this verse. I just pulled it out this 1 second. So this is the planet where is a mode of passion. In this verse, 14th chapter takes. See, in this last chapter, Mamya vicharena, Mamcho api vicharena, Bhakti yogena sevate, Saguna samatityetan, Brahma bhuyayat kalpate. One who engages fully in devotional service, unfolding in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature, and thus comes to the level of Brahman. So this is a verse explanation. Why this verse being explained? Because Arjuna asked, how does person that looks when a person is transcend the modes of nature? How does he talk? How does he walk? How does he behave? So this is an intelligent question. For that question, Lord Krishna asked him. So this is very relevant questions Arjuna is asking. You know, otherwise it is very, it is only that hearing will give you some purification, but you can ask questions that will give more purification of your identity. So here coming back to our words. So here the kings are, you know, carried away the modes of material nature. That's why they didn't follow that. And in the text 31, so here again further she goes on praying, O soul of all that be, creation, maintenance, and destruction, universe are carried out by your fraction of expansion of an expansion of our expansion. Why is she saying expansion of expansion of expansion? Because God is such a person that he doesn't have to do anything. His expansions is carried out. At the same time, they are all in his control. If a God is doing some kind of a work, then he's a no more God. He's also, like ordinary. One time there's one Srila Prabhupada says this story. One time a person comes to Westerner comes to India to find out the nature of the God. So then that person goes everywhere, all the temples, and he sees that every deity is doing some work or other. When he when he go to Lord Shiva temple, Lord Shiva is meditating, doing chanting. When he goes to the Kali temple, Durga Devi is killing somebody. When he goes to some other demigod's temple, they are doing something, work. They are doing some action. But finally, when you go to the Krishna temple, Krishna is, playing flute, with his lover Radharani, and then he concluded that he is the supreme Lord. Why? Because all the gods are doing some kind of activity, action, but Lord is you see all the time playing flute. That is the God. God is not that people in the materialistic world, people who are materialistic working day and night, they think that God helping those who working all the time. But it's not true. But God also know God who is a person who doesn't work. He just enjoys. You know. So that's why Mother Devaki is saying expansion of your expansion of your expansion. Today I have come to take your shelter of you, the Supreme Lord. So this total material energy emanates from Mahavishnu glands. And total material energy are three modes of material nature divided in a portion. So thus again Sri Krishna acting through the expansion. So Lord's work is expansion work is he can create, maintain and destruction. Of course he has appointed different demigods. So then she comes to the level final prayers that you have retrieved your spiritual master's son who were dead long time, and you brought them back from the forefathers' abode as a token of remuneration. Please fulfill my desire in the same way, O Supreme Master of all yoga masters. Please bring my sons back. I want to see them again. So Krishna is capable of doing anything, and without asking Devaki. But when Krishna hears his devotee's prayer, he will become more pleased. Do you think that Krishna doesn't know what is happening in your heart, what is happening in my mind, what is happening in his mind? He knows everything, but still he wants that loving exchange from Mother Devaki. That's why we know that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Krishna also knows that he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. But when you offer prayers with a love and affection, like Mother Devaki is offering, then the transaction, sambandha, abhideya, prayojana will happen. Otherwise, if you know unknowingly do something, it will have some effect, but not ultimate. So here we see that Mother Devaki is also asking the same way that how we should uh, do the pray offer the prayers, and by this she will get the sons who that were killed by king of Bhoja. Who was the king of Bhoja? Kamsa. So he killed all the six sons, other sons, because one may ask, oh, Krishna cannot protect them. Yeah, the different acharyas give different meanings. One of them is that in the Krishna book it is said that these sons represent a different anarthas in our heart. When these different anarthas were destroyed, after destruction of different anarthas, like lust, greed, anger, enemies, these are all the anarthas when destroyed. Then Balram comes to cleanse that. Then Krishna comes. Correct? It is not that Krishna, whenever you invite, he comes. No. Like, for example, you invite a guest to your home. If home is not, your house is not clean, will you invite him? No, first you cleanse the home, then you can invite him. Here you are inviting not guest, he is the owner of all the universe, bosses of all bosses, into your heart. So how your heart should be cleansed. That's why we should chant every day Hare Krishna mantra so that eventually gets cleansed. So I'll just read the Jiva Goswami commentary on this 32 and 33. Like your guru's desire, my desire should be also fulfilled. Very simple. You are request you were requested by your guru to bring back his long dead son, just as you brought his sons in the same way from before, as a repayment to your guru. Please bring back my sons. Thinking of the importance of her desire and thinking that previously indicates was unclear, she makes her intention clear. I desire to see my sons killed by the Kamsas after they were brought back from Yama's abode by you too. So this is Jiva Goswami comment, and Sanatana Goswami comment is like this: like your guru's desire, my desire should be also fulfilled. You are requested by your guru to bring back his long dead sons, just as you brought back his sons in the same way form as before, as a repayment of his guru's bring back my sons. Or similarly fulfilled in my desire. It is easy for you to do this since you have great powers, Yogeshwara. O mother, how can you recognize these sons back, brought back, since they were killed long ago, just on being born? You have unlimited inconceivable powers. Thinking of the importance of her desire, thinking of what previously she prayed in general, now she makes a clear intention. with a great sorrow. I desire to see my sons killed by Kamsa after they are brought back from Yama's abode by you two. Kamsa as a king capable of killing them. I desire to see what condition they are when they brought back by to you. So here this is a detailed explanation given by Sanatana Goswami. Like she's comparing when you brought them as a repayment, please bring back them. So motherly affection is very very pure and without any hidden motives or without any ulterior motives. It is said that the love between the girl and boy and others' love are just like they are temporary. They are not real. They have some kind of exchanges. You know, if you fulfill my desire, I will fulfill your desire. You like me because I like you. You know, we have bonding relationship is sex. You know, after you fulfill my desire, I will fulfill your desire. But only the mother love is a very closest to the Krishna's love. So mother love is unconditional. She does for his baby everything without any condition. Similarly, Krishna has like 1 million's heart of a mother. You know, if mother has one heart to love his child, but same heart Krishna has 1 millions of heart to love his devotee or to love a living entity. So this is what mother's love is. I will stop here. Let us see any discussions.
Hare Krishna,
Yeah, sorry.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for your class. The the pastime you were saying, the volume needs. The pastime you were saying that spiritual master is teaching disciples how to remember at the time of passing. Was it Srila Prabhupada or Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur?
It was Srila Prabhupada.
Srila
He
Prabhupada.
was saying that when his disciple asked Prabhupada what is happening, your pure devotee, your body is deteriorating and you have some failure, kidney failure. So Srila Prabhupada is saying that how I'm showing an example how to live this material world, how to leave the body.
Because when Srila Prabhupada, devotees couldn't hear him at the time of his passing. They gave him Chandamrita, and at the same time they saw that Prabhupada lips tongue was vibrating like he's chanting,
Yeah.
trying to chant. But when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was passing, at that time he was not chanting Hare Krishna mantra. I think he was singing this song Sri Rupa
Yeah,
Manjari.
Sri Rupa Manjari Pada, he was singing that
Yes.
song. And yeah, this is Acharyas does something to set an example for common man. You know, they are giving you the path how to live this material world. They're setting the example. You know, otherwise, if they live without unnoticeable by some anybody, disciples they don't get an idea. Otherwise, just like Acharyas, they show how to do deity worship so that his disciples, followers can do the same thing. But if Acharya doesn't show, then who will be there? So that's why very very important when spiritual master is leaving the body, one should there, one should be observe that it's not that you know oh we should not see or we should see with knowledge, not with material senses. Oh, see, even he has to go through these sufferings. We should not say that. That's why when it is said in somewhere in the scriptures, like comparing, material person with a spiritual master is also an offense.
Yes. So Acharya set an example how to live their body, and then like lifelong we practice chanting so that at the time we remember Krishna. But like remembering devotees is also like setting the example. Like Haridas Thakur was chanting all the time, but when he left his body, he was also saying Go Jai Sachinandan Gaur Hari, remembering devotees.
Correct. Yeah. That otherwise, it is said in Bhagavad Gita 14.18. Udvam gachanti sattvatva madhye tishtanti rajasa jaganna guna vrittistva adho gachanti tamasa. That's why even though they are helping us to remember the Lord, otherwise, you are in when you are leaving the body, you leave the body with the mode of passion. You remain in the this planet, or if you are in the live on the earthly planet, maybe, or if you are in the ignorance, you go down to hellish worlds. If you are a mode of goodness, but we are our is to transcend the modes and go beyond this. So Acharyas, when Haridas Thakur was leaving his body, he's when you see in a material point of view, you think that he's suffering so much, but it is not true. That's why we should see through the knowledge of scriptures. He is setting an example for the people. Even though body is deteriorating, but you should be always mind should be in mode of goodness. Okay. Thank you so much. Grantarad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanand.